Guys, welcome back to the channel. Easy Crypto here. So what's happening with Bitcoin at the moment? As you can see, we are coming down massively from previous all-time highs, which we reached in the last couple of weeks, guys, which is shaking a lot of people out of the market, and it's understandable why this is happening, guys. But what you've got to realize is we are in a phase of the market now where people do get shaken out of the market. It's where institutions and the market in general will try and shake out retail investors to get in at cheaper prices, guys. So what I'm thinking here, so where are we? So we are currently, we hit roughly around the $73,000 region ish, guys, previously. So I'm not going to take the wick into consideration, but from these regions here, we've pulled back 14%. So 14%. In the last bull run, we pulled back around 20%. In the previous one to that, I think we pulled back around 40%. So who knows where these positions are going to go. But key areas I'd be looking for, around the $53,000 region, I'd be looking into massively. $53,000 region, around these kind of levels here. I mean, that's going to be a push. I mean, it could potentially go down to here. If it does go down to here, I'll be watching this massively, because this is going to be really interesting. If it hits down here, I might even put some futures positions on down here, to be honest, because if it does from here, we could exponentially go absolutely crazy from these levels, and we could see some really nice returns from these levels. Or do we just touch the $57,000 region? Who knows? We don't know what's going to happen. But as we've said before, this always happens in a cycle. We always see a retracement. We're not going to just continue up, and this is going to shake people out who don't have high conviction, guys. And at the end of the day, no one really knows what's going to happen with our altcoins, with Bitcoin, but we can make a good estimate, guys. This is what I want to bring to you. It's really good, actually. It's good news for the market, and it's good news for you and me. We can get into altcoins at a lot cheaper rates. And that is one of the reasons why I wanted to bring this video to you today, is because we can actually look to DCA buy into some of our favorite picks, including Casper, which is the video we're going to be talking about today. Before we do that, I'm going to bring you onto a couple of insights from Twitter, or X as it's now called. So here we go. So I really do recommend following this dude as well. So Crypto Prof, check him out. Provides some brilliant analysis on Bitcoin and the market in general. But he says after BTC reached its all-time high in 2017. So let's just double click on this, actually get it on the full screen, because I don't know if you guys can see this. Here we go. So after BTC reached its all-time high in 2017, the correction lasted 21 days. So the actual correction itself lasted 21 days. After that, we saw a parabolic rally. After BTC reached its all-time high in 2020, the correction lasted 21 days. After that, we saw a parabolic rally. Same scenario in 2024, my body would be ready, right? So who knows what's going to happen, but the likelihood is 21 days of this crap going down, and then we'll see an increase from those positions there, guys. And Bitcoin dominance hasn't even started to subside as well, and that is really truly when altcoins go crazy, right? I know a lot of people are saying that this potentially is a top signal. I think that was very bearish in my opinion, and I do not think that at all. Nowhere near. If you look at MVRV, which you previously looked at, we're nowhere near a level which would gain a correction, as in we're now in a bear market. No way. We're still massively in a bull market, 100%, guys. So don't get fearful about this, right, guys? We're still looking bullish. We're having a correction, a pre-halving correction, and after that we'll go parabolic. So do not concern yourself with any of this FUD in the market currently, guys. And it is good actually to get in at lower prices, especially if you're on the sideline. If you're currently on the sideline, this is a brilliant time to get in, right? Start your DCA plays. So what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about Casper, guys. So I'm just going to quickly type Casper into here. So where are we in terms of Casper, guys? So Casper has been on a downtrend realistically for the last few weeks and almost months. We're literally at 12 cents right now. I've been buying this from all the way down from 8 cents to 10 cents, 15 cents, and now I'm going to put another DCA position in at 12 cents, purely because, in my opinion, this is the best cryptocurrency risk to reward ratio, guys. So I'm expecting around 20 to 30x from this particular project in this bull cycle if everything goes to plan. And you know, it's the majority of my portfolio, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Casper's a fair launch token, right, guys? And I want to really reiterate how good this is. A fair launch token, you hardly ever see a fair launch token in this market, guys. If you look at all the other cryptocurrencies, you're not going to see a fair launch token. You're going to see some of the insiders. You're going to who have an allocation. You're going to see an allocation, token allocation for exchanges, etc., etc. All which are relatively bearish, but fair launch is massively bullish. And you're probably going to think, right, why is Casper not got such a why is Casper got no tier 1 exchange listing, right? Because Casper is a fair launch token, they don't provide the allocation for tokens for exchanges. So if a tier 1 exchange wanted to list this particular project, they're going to have to buy that themselves. So your likes of Binance, your likes of Coinbase are going to have to basically buy the token up. And that's how Casper will get listed. It's in their interest at the end of the day because they're going to earn money from people buying it, okay? So that's why. It's because of obviously a fair launch token, they're not providing those tokens for exchanges, etc. But this is super bullish for us because if we're buying in now at 12 cents, you know, we've seen it go up to 17 cents. So we've come down massively. I think this is a perfect opportunity to get in, guys. So if you haven't already got into Casper, please be looking out for this, especially if we see an even bigger retracement. If we go down to 10 cents, it's a no-brainer, guys. You put some money into this. Not financial advice, but you're going to see the rewards of this in the future. Yes, it's not going to get you 100x, but for a safe pick, if you're not picking Bitcoin and Ethereum, you're going to pick Casper, guys. That's just my opinion. Solana's had its run already. I don't think Solana will be 30xing from those particular their particular levels. It's had its run. Casper is the next one to really explode, and especially if it gets on a decent exchange, a tier 1 exchange listing. Is it coming soon? Who knows? But they'll be buying the tokens and they'll be pumping our bags, guys. If we get in now, they'll be pumping our bags, not the other way around, right? So the exchange will be pumping our bags, and obviously this provides people with more confidence, and in turn people will start buying this particular project. I could see this project doing a 30x in this bull cycle, to be honest, because of the eyes on cryptocurrency are coming in. Retail are starting to come in now as well. Casper's use cases are absolutely phenomenal. I do see it being a top 10 cryptocurrency in this bull cycle. It's not going to be up there in the top like 3 this bull cycle, but potentially next bull cycle I could see this doing really, really well. We're going to have to look at some figures now as well, just to show you where I believe Casper can actually go in this bull cycle, and compare it with some of our other altcoins, guys, that you know, that have done really well, basically. So if we compare Casper, and this is obviously not financial advice, guys, but if you're comparing Casper with the likes of Solana, you're up a 30x, and that's really where I would see, well, roughly a 30x. That's where I see Casper going this bull cycle. People who say that's too bullish, I mean, let's just see, then, shall we, guys? Just see what happens. I mean, this is my personal opinion. Obviously, things can happen where it wouldn't reach that, but I'll be taking profits way before this. I've told you about taking profits, and I've set Casper's profit levels in a previous video of mine that I will be taking profits at. I'm not going to take everything in one go, guys. I'm going to take something like probably like, I think there's 6 or 7 levels really with Casper, with a moon bag in as well. And let's just run through this as well. So Casper going to Solana's all-time high. So look, is a 31x, and this is pretty much where I see Casper going, the max for Casper this particular cycle. In future cycles can go pretty much a bit higher than this, but let's be honest, we want to be realistic as well. $10 Casper is not coming this cycle. $3.90, that's got potential from these levels. If we do see a dip below 10 cents, I will be buying massively, guys, and you're not going to regret this in a year's time. This could be worth $3.90 per coin, potentially providing multi-millionaires, making multi-millionaires, guys, and you could be one of them, obviously, if you invest in this particular project at these levels, guys. Obviously it'd be better if it went down to 8 cents, but it probably won't do. I think the lowest it will go now is roughly around 10 cents. That's realistically, and I think it will struggle to get back down to 10 cents. It totally depends on where Bitcoin goes, right, guys? So I've drawn this out previously for Casper, and these were my buy zones, guys. These, between these two levels, they were my buy zones. We ripped right through these buy zones. As you can see, I'll just zoom out of this so you can see the chart a bit better. We ripped up to above 17 cents. We're at 18 cents, right, guys, and then now we're at 12, so we retrace massively. I can't see this, to be honest, being a long time before this breaks out if Bitcoin starts to move up. But what do we know? What do we know? What do we know? So super bullish on Casper. It solves the trilemma, guys. Super quick. You know, it's easily scalable. The only thing we are missing from Casper now is the smart contracts. The smart contracts are being worked on. As far as I'm aware, I've done some research into it. The smart contracts are being worked on. So that's the next level for Casper, guys. As soon as the smart contracts get sorted, then people are really going to start thinking, shit, this could start competing with the likes of Ethereum, you know, and then in the next bull cycle, we'll start to see big moves from Casper. This cycle, 30x all day. Where would I be getting in? I'd be getting in at these levels, guys. But if you wanted to wait, potentially we might see a retracement down to the 11 cents range. 10 cents is a real push, but I mean, anything now and lower, I'll be DCing into this particular project. And this is probably one of your last opportunities to get into Casper before we see alt season, guys. Obviously, there's no guarantee we see alt season, but if we go by previous runs in the market, previous bull cycles, we are going to see an alt season. We need to see Bitcoin dominance come down at the from where it is, and then we'll see an alt season. That normally happens post-halving, guys. So hopefully we'll see this coin do really well in the next bull cycle, well, in this bull cycle and the next bull cycle. And if you haven't already got into Casper, please do some research on it. It's one of your safest bets for this cycle, guys. I can see it doing a 30x. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Cheers.